One key asset to have in your tool belt as a designer is to be able to make product renders. For example, let's say the Coca-Cola company was designing a Valentine's Day ad campaign called Share the Love. This involves having 2 new canned Coke flavors being packaged into one box and sold as one product. Once the packaging is finalized, it is now your job to mock up the product renders. So where do we start? What programs do I use? I will walk you through all you need to know and more. If you want to follow along, all the work files will be in the description down below. So, in the working folder, you will find these files, the Photoshop Mockup file and the Packaging Design Illustrator file. Let's get started with the Illustrator file. When you open it up, you will see the Packaging Design and its die line. The die line here is very important. This will be your guide on what to cut out from the packaging design. Now, we won't be doing anything disruptive. Now, we won't be doing anything disruptive to the design, so don't worry about making any mistakes. We can always re-download the file. Take the Artboard Maker tool, and on the outside of the already established artboard, make a new one. Now drag the new artboard you created over to the front of the packaging. You will need to resize the artboard by grabbing the corners and lining them up with the die line. Once you have them lined up and in front of the packaging, do the same on the other side. Be careful when adjusting the sides though, as Illustrator can be a little bit wonky and sometimes trying to move your artboard when it's on top of another artboard can cause problems. Once you have your artboards lined up like we do right here, make sure to double check your work and press Command-Options-E for Mac or Control-Alt-E for Windows and export the artboards. On the export screen here, disable all the artboards except for the front and side panels that you want to export. Change the format to JPEG 100, change the scale to 4, and remove the suffix. Making these changes will make the file size a little bit bigger, but it will make your JPEGs higher quality. Save the output to a location that works for you, and export the artboards. Now, let's open up the Photoshop file. In this file, we will see a gray box sitting in the middle of our scene. This is the box that we will superimpose our packaging design onto. Grab a shape tool and make a shape roughly to the size of the front panel of the box. Right-click on the layer of the shape, and make sure to make it into a smart object. Transform the shape with Control or Command-T, and pinch the corners to make the shape fit. You can also skew the shape to make sure the angles line up correctly. Once you have it all lined up, go to the box layer, do Control or Command, and click on the icon of the box layer. Once you have your selection, go to the shape layer and make a mask for that shape layer. This is so that if any edges are bleeding over the box, they will get cut and sort of lined up so that nothing is outside of the box zone. At this point, you're almost done. Open up the Smart Object and grab the label you made from earlier. Import it into the scene. Save the Smart Object and go back into the original file. Do the same for the other side panel. Once you do that, add a little bit of lighting, adjustments, and there you have it, a finished mockup. Hopefully this has helped you understand one of the many ways you can make a mockup in Photoshop. If you have any suggestions or questions, leave them in the comments down below and I'll be sure to read them and reply to them whenever I can. Thank you all for watching and have a great day designing.